Hello, I am Dr. Lavelle Hardy, author, motivational speaker, and your companion on this journey of self-discovery and empowerment. Stay true, stay bold, and yes, stay uncensored. Have you ever had to bring calm to a chaos situation, an atmosphere of chaos? Well, that's what we're going to talk about. When I think about calm in chaos, it refers to the ability where you can maintain a sense of peace, clarity, composure amidst turmoil, uncertainty, and yes, overwhelming situations. This concept is particularly relevant in today's fast-paced society and often an unpredictable world where we can face various forms of chaos. Personal chaos, family, job, employment, social issues, and yes, world issues, global issues, calm and chaos. So what you have to ask yourself a question is, how can I bring calm to my life? I can't worry about yours, I have to bring it to mine. Well, I'm going to talk about 8 meaningful tips that will allow you to embrace the season of calm. The first one is engaging in mindfulness practices. Now, you're going to hear that word mindfulness often in all of my podcasts because this is important. This controls everything. It controls your feelings. It controls where you go. It controls what you think. It controls what you speak, the mind. So when you engage in mindful practices as far as calm to chaos, you think about meditation. You think about deep breathing, and how these things can help center your thoughts and your emotions. Mindfulness encourages you to focus on the present moment, reducing anxiety about the future, and guess what? And regrets about the past. When you learn how to breathe. That's why it's so important to learn how to breathe and breathe right. Breathe appropriately. Sometimes you have to breathe before you say things because you might say things out of context. Won't be so nice. So you have to say, let me breathe. Techniques such as focusing on breath, feeling your feet on the ground. What they say, boots on the ground. Sometimes we got to put our feet on the ground. Or observing your surroundings that can help anchor you in the present and foster a sense of calm. You have to understand where you are, who you are, how you are, and your atmosphere that surrounds you. Because that can be chaotic, but can you bring calm to that? You also, number 2, you have to acknowledge your feelings. Come on, acknowledge your feelings. Recognize your emotions. Acknowledge your feelings without judgment. We have to stop feeling guilty about everything that we've done in life. We've done it. It's over. It has gone on by. When am I going to let go of guilt about my past? My past has helped make me who I am, whether it was for the good or for the bad. Now I have to learn how to acknowledge my feelings, acknowledge my emotions, check my emotions without judgment. Understanding your emotional response can allow chaos to be more effective and you can manage it better. So when you go into a room full of chaos, you learn how to manage it. You learn how to deal with it. You learn how to go with the flow. You learn how to ignore it. I'm talking about acknowledging your feelings. You also have to learn how to practice self-compassion. That has to do with acknowledging feelings. Be kind to yourself in chaotic times. Quit beating yourself up every time you turn around. You are literally taking a hammer, beating your own self in the head. Recognize, listen to this, recognize that it's normal to feel overwhelmed. And that's okay, because it's in those times you learn how to seek support. So many times we think I'm in it by myself, and we're really not. There's people that can help. There's situations. There are other people that have gone through what we've gone through. I say all the time that never drank. So an alcoholic don't want to hear from me. He's like, you don't know what you're talking about. But take someone that has been there and they're now moved on. That person can tell another one not so much how to get where they are, but how to deal with their situation and their circumstance. And they'll be willing to listen. So yes, acknowledge your feelings. Number 3, Shift your perspective. Shift your perspective. Try to view chaotic situations as opportunities for growth and learning. Let me say it again. Try to view and see your chaotic situations as opportunities for growth and learning. I just believe every negative in life is a learned lesson. I can learn from everything, whether it be good, whether it be bad. People talk about me and they say, you talk about death all the time, but I learn from death just like I do life. If someone has died from a certain sickness, it's going to teach me, okay, be careful. If someone has had certain symptoms about something, I need to listen and learn because that might help me later. Shift your perspective. Reframing challenges can help you approach them with a more positive mindset when you reframe those challenges, when you look at those challenges with a different prescription. Focus on what you can control. In chaotic situations, I need you to identify aspects you can influence and act on those aspects that I have control over. Letting go of what you cannot control can reduce feelings of helplessness. Guess what? All of these things will bring calm in the midst of chaos. Then number 4 is create stability. Sometimes we're all over the place. But if you just create stability, what do you mean? Establishing daily routines that can provide a sense of normalcy and predictability. It will help you feel more grounded amidst chaos. Establishing daily routines, then you won't be so stressed out in the midst of chaos. I remember when my mom was diagnosed with dementia, and I knew it wouldn't get any better. And I literally, when I realized that it's not going to get better, eventually she'll leave this earth, I began to plan, and I don't want to sound morbid, but I began to plan the end of her life, her funeral, literally. I had the whole program. I remember my youngest brother and I, we were at the nursing home with her because she had fallen and they had to do therapy, so she had to go there for a while. And I played Anita Wilson's song with Jesus Will. And because when people have dementia, sometimes they have a long-term memory or they have a short-term. My mother's mind went back to, 40-some years earlier when she used to sing in a group, and they used to sing the song, Jesus Will. So when she heard Anita Wilson singing it, my mom began to sing it. Right then, you know what I did? I called my son. I said, look, can you call Anita Wilson and ask her if and when Mama leaves this earth, can she come to the funeral and sing? He said, what? I said, yeah, just ask her, because Mama's up here singing it. And he did, and she said, look, I live in Atlanta now, but I promise you, if as long as my schedule allows me, I'll be there, because she's a recording artist. Ironically, my mom passed, and we called Anita, and she said, guess what? I'm going to be in Chicago for a show that Friday night. So I would definitely be there to sing for the funeral. So I planned it because sometimes when you get in a chaotic atmosphere, you're all over the place. That's why people get so vulnerable when someone passes because they're trying to make plans and they're trying to do this. When my mom passed, my brothers and I went to the funeral home and I had her program already laid out. The only thing that was missing was the date of her death because I did not want to wait until the end. And now my mind is cloudy. It's all over the place. Now I'm in a chaotic situation and I have no way of bringing calm to it. But because I was prepared mentally and physically and emotionally, I was allowed to bring calm to that situation. Create stability. Establish those daily routines. And guess what? You won't be so crazy. You won't be so out of touch. Because I got a routine going and I know how to do this and how to do that. Prioritize self-care. If you're creating stability, prioritize self-care. Incorporate self-care practices into your routine. Like what? What are you talking about? Exercise? Now I'm telling y'all, it's not that I do this, but exercise, healthy eating, adequate sleep. I know somebody's out there, when they see this, like, yeah, when did you do that? Don't worry about it. I'm telling you now. These things will help support your physical and mental well-being. Number 5, seek support. We have to quit acting like we are okay. Have you ever seen a person in despair, discouraged, crying, and you say, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. No, you're not. It's okay. Be real. No, I'm not okay. But sometimes we can seek support, and it's there for us. How do we do that? We can connect with others, as I stated earlier, that's in the same situation or has been in the same situation. If you've never lost your mother, you can't understand what I go through. You can imagine. You can say, oh, I can't imagine being where you are. But if you've lost your mother, you say, you know, I've been where you are. Different situations, different scenario, but I've been where you are. Connect with others. Reach out to friends. Reach out to family, support groups. Sharing your experiences and feelings can provide comfort and a different perspective. I'm talking about learning how to seek support will bring calm to chaos. Professional help. Yes, if your chaos becomes overwhelming, as sometimes it does, consider seeking guidance from a therapist or a counselor who can provide tools and strategies for coping with what you're going through. You can do that. We can talk about number 6, engage in spirituality. Yeah, we spiritual. I'm a pastor. Yes, I'm spiritual. I'm a counselor. Yes. So sometimes I do have to always reflect back on God. If you engage in spirituality, for many, this is praying, it's spiritual practices such as meditation, such as connecting with God, who can help foster a sense of peace and purpose during this time. Prayer will change things. Prayer will move things. Prayer will do what we can't do, go where we can't go, change what we can't change, move what we can't move. But many times, God gives us the responsibility to do what we need to do. So while I'm praying, guess what? When we go to the doctor for medicine, we're praying, God, I need to feel better. Make me better. This migraine is killing me. My neck, my back, my leg, my knee. But while I'm praying, you got any pain pills over there? We know one of them going to kick in or both will kick in. Prayer might kick in a little bit earlier, but we really don't know because we prayed, but give me that pain pill. Some things work together. We have to stop thinking, no, I'm just praying. No. That's the old mindset from years ago. I'm praying, but in the midst of praying, I am seeking support, whether it's family, friends, people that I connect with in the community. Reflect on values. I'm talking about engaging in spirituality. Learn how to reflect on values. Reconnecting with your core values and beliefs can provide clarity and direction. But we've got to learn how to reconnect. Some things we have severed, and the things we severed we should have held on to. Also, when you reconnect, and it help you navigate chaos with a sense of purpose, knowing I'm coming out of this. The 7th thing is build resilience. Some of us have resilience and we have not even tapped into it. We have no idea how strong we really are until we look back and see, man, I did come through that. If somebody had told you years ago that you would have encountered this, you would have encountered that, you would not have believed it. You would not have believed. You're like, first of all, I'm not going to go through that. But when you look back over your life and realize how much stuff you have conquered, you have survived, and now you're thriving. You've come through those things. You're shocked at yourself. And that's why you got to reach and pat yourself on the back and say, wow, I came through that. I wrote 2 books, and it's so funny. I wrote them, and you know, me, I don't go back and read them like that. But sometimes I do excerpts. And when I say something, I called my daughter one time. I said, girl, I just read 2 excerpts from this author. She is bad. I said, oh, my God. I said, I need to talk about her more. She is good. She said, Ma, you talking about yourself? I said, oh, yes, I am. But it's like I wrote it, but it took on a different feel. Because while I'm writing it, I'm wore out, I'm tired, I'm, probably irritated. But now I'm settled. I'm not in a chaotic situation. So now I'm calm. So now I'm able to really read into what I wrote. So build resilience. What is that? Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity. When you cultivate resilience, it involves developing coping strategies, maintaining a positive outlook, and learning from past experiences. Learn from your past. Don't throw it away. Don't neglect it. Learn. And then when you're building resilience, you learn how to embrace flexibility. Don't be so rigid. Being adaptable and open to change can help you navigate chaos more effectively. Because when we're rigid, nothing ever changes. It's got to be like this. Embrace the idea that change is a natural part of life. Well, the 8th one is practice gratitude. I like to say this all the time. Learn how to have an attitude of gratitude. Learn. Focus on positives. Positive times in the midst of a chaotic situation. When someone passes, like my mom, my dad, my grandmother, I had to focus on the memories. We have a young lady here in the church, and Lord, she takes 100 pictures a day. That's a little exaggeration, but literally. And people could say, oh, I'm so sick of posting pictures all day. All you see is pictures. But she lost her mother when she was 14. Lost her mother when she was 14. And these pictures will serve as memories to her children. Now I understand why she takes so many pictures. I wasn't into pictures. But pictures are memories that you can never get back. And as she told me one day, she said, when I leave this earth, my children will have plenty of memories because I'm making memories for them now with the pictures. Now I get it. And when she said that, I'm like, I wish I had more memories of my dad because he wasn't a picture taker like me. My mother was. She loved pictures. But I wish I had more memories with them together where we're taking pictures. We don't have a lot of those. But after she said that, I said, wow, I wish I had those memories. The gratitude that I have when they left this earth was for the type of parent they were to me. I've learned to adapt that attitude of gratitude in every facet of my life. When you have gratitude, it helps you focus on what you are grateful for. You're not complaining, you're grateful for it. You're not saying I shoulda, woulda, coulda, you're grateful for it. Keeping a gratitude journal can also shift your mindset, and it'll help you fully enjoy and find joy amidst challenges in your life. Celebrate them small wins. We look for the big wins, celebrate the small wins. You able to pay a bill? Ugh, I'm going to celebrate that. Yeah, I would love to be a millionaire, but I'm not there. But let me celebrate. I'm able to pay my bill. My lights are on. My gas is on. I got a roof over my head. I got a car I drive. I got clothes I wear. Celebrate the small wins. Acknowledge and celebrate small achievements, even in the midst of chaos. This can help foster a sense of accomplishment and positivity. So I want you to remember that calm in chaos is a valuable skill that can enhance your resilience and overall well-being. Learn how to bring calm to your storm. Learn how to bring calm to your life. What do you need to do in order to activate calm in your life? And when you practice mindfulness, know how to regulate your emotions, know how to do self-care, and by seeking support and maintaining perspective, you can navigate turbulent times with greater ease and clarity. So I invite you, think about these 8 steps. Think about these 8 steps and what you can learn and how you can effectively use them in your life. And guess what? It would help bring calm to chaos. And you'll understand, wow, I wish I had heard this a long time ago because it would have got me through some stuff in my life. Yes, this is Uncensored, Lavelle Hardy Uncensored. Straight talk, real talk, no filters. I hope you got something from this, and I hope you have now learned some steps and the beginning of how to bring calm to chaos. I am Dr. Lavelle Hardy, and this is Lavelle Hardy Uncensored.